Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Hey Drew, Billy, Toad, Kay. Got some about 5.5-week-old puppies having some fun. Hey everyone. We're gonna put a crate in here so they can get used to the crate. We add different items. As you can tell, they attack the crate. We want them to go inside the crate, have a good time. Thank you, Anita, Whit, Daniel. Hey, Adam. I think there's about 4 of them in the crate. No, they're all sold, Smokey. Adventures. Glad you're here, Daniel. All reserved. Yep, we have a wait list for our next litter. These are Brittany's. Used to be called Brittany Spaniels. Changed the name in 1980s to just Brittany's. How'd your feet get wet, Benny? Come on. Great. As you can tell, they're fast. Hey, Abe. Hey, Obi. Honey. In about 30 minutes, they'll be tired. They'll go to sleep. Hey Nick, glad you're here. Just getting these puppies used to the crate here. Oh, got one using the bathroom. Hi everyone. Hey Angel, Adam, Hillbilly. Yeah, they're called Brittany's. They used to call them Brittany Spaniels. They changed the name. Thanks, Addie. Goite, thanks. We also got some aggressive ones here that are trying to be alpha. So we're just introducing the crate here, so they'll get used to the crate. Thanks, Hillbilly, for subbing. Latera, thanks for joining. Mayo. So I love to see them carry stuff around. And whoever can be the loudest is the boss. So we're going to take the crate out in a few minutes and put a tunnel in here so they can get used to a tunnel. That one was fast as lightning come out of that crate. See what they're chewing on over here. They're called Brittany's. They used to be called Brittany Spaniels. Hey, Layla. REM. Well, we have a wait list for all our puppies. They're all reserved before they were born. Yes, Stella, we actually have them fill out an application. That boy right there is probably the heaviest one. So we have to fill out an application, get approved and all that. Yeah, they'll be 30 to 40 pounds. At the shoulders, they'll be about 20 inches. Thank you. Yeah, we're trying to raise a purebred Brittany. Both mom and dad are show champions. And they have something crazy going on behind the crate. I would say that we have Mustache Boy. He's probably the most shy, and that's him right there going in there. Yeah, we do all the health testing on our parents. Their DNA tested and all that stuff too. Come here, boy. This is Mustache Boy here. You see, he has a dot on his chin. Then he also has a mustache. Whoa, where are you going? And that's his marking there. And all the rest of them want to be picked up now. We're not doing special pickups. We're not doing special pickups. Don't be twisting. Don't be twisting on me. All right, let's get the tunnel. Who's in here? Nobody? Tunnel. Tunnel time. They destroy the tunnel. Yeah, I mean no, they just jump on top of it and crush it, you know. They don't even go through the tunnel anymore. Used to, they were kind of a little scared of it. Now they're just like, bring it on. Yeah, Adam, Della, they go crazy. They'll start going in it soon, but any new object we turn in there, they kind of go crazy. So that's kind of a good thing that they're kind of, nothing really stresses them out. And now they're starting to go in the tunnel. This is just a little cat tunnel. Yeah, so it's crazy house right now. Come on, some WWE wrestling. They just attacked the tunnel. Yeah, like I said, they all have nice markings, yeah. Mom and dad are both show champions, so they all should be within standard, and we're breeding for a certain type of purebred Brittany. Chaos, that's right, Stephen. Chaos. Hey, Sammy. Yeah. And now they're biting everything, pulling it, jerking it. Once we get through with the tunnel. Oh, she's fine. She came in earlier and she was like, nope. don't put me back in there. Because they're about 5.5 weeks old now, so they're getting where they're not for sale. They've already been reserved. We run a waiting list. When we get a waiting list of 5 or 6, we start having a litter. And they just crushed the tunnel. I'm fixing to call them. Here, pups. Here, pup. Here, pup. So they all hear my voice. No lack of energy for sure. We're gonna put a plastic jug in there. They're kind of all chaotic right now. So put a plastic jug in here, give them something else to explore. Thank you, Stephen. Yeah, it's just something new for them to try. They're trying to bite it. These are Brittany's bones. They're Brittany's. They used to be called Brittany Spaniels. People still call them Brittany Spaniels, but they're just Brittany's now. Thank you, Michelle. And whoever's the loudest is the boss at the moment, I think. I love how they attack the... Yeah, Jamie, trying to, Ross. I love how they attack the kennel. We're gonna put the crate back in there. We're still crate adjusting them. Yeah, that sounds like good dog, Steven. So whenever I put a new toy in there, they go crazy over the new toy. Yeah, Joyce, they're getting bigger. They weigh close to 6 pounds a piece now. And I put a new toy in here, so they're checking it out. New smell. What are you doing? Who are you barking at? They're all sold. They're all reserved. These are Brittany's. They used to be called Brittany Spaniels, but the name changed to just Brittany's. Yeah, we have a waiting list for another litter already started. Mom's doing great. She's ready to get rid of them, though. Yeah, rights are good. We're in Georgia. They're checking that new toy out. Ashley, these are Brittany's. They used to be called Brittany Spaniels. So they're just being puppies. Yeah, they need some structure and discipline. Hi everyone. They eat at 5 o'clock in the morning 5 o'clock in the afternoon. The only problem with growing up in pairs is make sure they don't have littermate syndrome. If you research that, you'll see littermate syndrome can be kind of, it really hurts one of the puppies more so than the other. Yeah, you just have to worry about the littermate syndrome with getting 2 puppies at the same time. It's a real thing. I've seen it. They should weigh no more than 40 pounds if they're in shape. Mom weighs 32, Dad weighs 38. But we don't overfeed them. Hey everyone. Yeah, they're feisty. Yeah, they're trying to figure out who's the most dominant, who's not. Letting them get some play in before they get put up for the night. There's 3 males, 3 females and 3 males. That's a female there. The other 2 livers are males, and I think that's a male, and he's a male. They're 5 weeks and about a half. They're about 5.5 weeks old. So they're very spunky. Some of them have natural bobtails. Some of them we had to dock. But we do have a natural bobtail gene in our Brittany's. Well, the breed standard calls for docking. Um, the puppies range in cost. They could be $800 to $3,000. Brittany puppies. If the mom has a show title, the dad has a show title, it could be on the higher end. If they have health testing, that could make them more. Like all our parents have health testing and all that stuff. Doesn't guarantee you anything, but it does guarantee you that hopefully you're starting out with a better. Hey Gabby, thanks for joining. They're figuring out how to bite right now, so. Yeah, that one is definitely alpha. They figure it out really quick. So is that liver one there? That's a girl, and she's very alpha. Yeah, I saw that. Trying to open the gate. And of course, they're going to tear everything up, pull everything. Yeah, they're gonna go to sleep here soon. Last night they fell asleep about 40 minutes in, then they woke up about 20 minutes later and they were still going crazy. Thank Master. 8 weeks. Our state mandates you keep them at least 8 weeks before you sell them. Or they go to a new home. Yeah, new toys are always a hit. It's like they know it's a new toy too. Hey, Alistair. Hey, Juan. Hey, everyone, I'm trying to eat supper too while we're in here. They can be from $800 to $3,000 a puppy, depending on what the parents' pedigrees. Both the mom and dad to this litter are show champions, and they have all their health testing. So they have all their health testing recommended by the American Brittany Club. As you tell, they want to get me. Hey everyone, thanks for joining. Yes, Stephen. Pretty much every dog we have is a show champion, except for one, and she could probably do it, but we just haven't spent the time. She has some wins, but she hasn't completed. We also hunt ours. So they have a job when it gets cold. Hey everyone, thanks Jamie for subscribing. Yeah, the liver one, the girl is definitely an alpha. She's liver and white. She is, I think she's in the crate now. She is definitely an alpha. So she's going to a family that's had a couple dogs before. They're aware. They've been waiting almost 7 months for a liver female. And some of the people watching tonight are people who, these are their puppies, so. So they're starting to get tired. They're starting to. Thank you, Jamie. We'll be back live a couple times this week. I think there's one already in the crate asleep. And of course they're gonna chew on the crate. You can tell this all been chewed up because these puppies. Yeah, last Sunday night, King Bob, we had 1,000. It limited out to where we couldn't have any more. Yeah, liver is the darker color, orange. Yep, that's the color Joyce. There's also a tricolor in the breed. And there's also a roan. But those two colors are not acceptable as much. Thank you, Steve, for joining us. Like I said, we're just trying to raise purebred dogs. Yeah, that's what they call them, liver and orange. The new toy's a hit. They haven't had that toy before, so they're really loving the noise it's making. Yeah, last night we had 380 at one time probably. But we've had as many as 70,000 views one night. They're starting to chill out and go to sleep. We've already got some people who can't party. And you'll have some that'll stay up 10 or 15 minutes later than the rest of them. But I love how they get in the crate and sleep. That's what we want. We want to start introducing that crate. Yeah, I have a tricolor, but she never could pass her health testing, so we never could breed her. I bought, and so she never could pass her hip test, so she never could have puppies. Thank you, Genesis. Hey, Gennaro. But she's a tricolor dog. We still hunt her. She's like 9 years old now, and she's doing great. She doesn't have, her hips didn't pass, but she's 9 years old and still hunts. And she doesn't have, as far as we can tell, has no physical problems. We got some frog legs. And of course, we got one playing back here with the onion. We got this one trying to tear the covers up. This one wants to get the other one's toy. And who can growl the loudest is the boss. He's the alpha. But that other one fought and kept his toy. And of course they're chewing on the dog crate. They start chewing it up. Hi everyone, welcome. Watching our puppies. They've been playing hard for about 40 minutes. Well, about 50 minutes now. Now they're starting to get tired. And if you'll notice, they can't see very good at this age. They can only see a couple feet in front of them. Hey, B. Hey, Ophi. Glad you're here. Yep, they're pretty cute, especially when they start jumping around. They're all starting to get tired though. We're introducing the crate, so they'll go in and out the crate and have a fun time, and that way if they go to their forever home, they won't be totally shocked. We try to give them new experiences all the time. We have several videos of the last couple weeks when they were really little and could barely move as puppies, and now they can jump around like this one right here is doing. I I think that's a little girl. I think she's like, come on, somebody play. Everybody else is kind of exhausted. She's looking for trouble, yep. Hi everyone, welcome. And she wants to play hard, giving the barks. Ephia, okay. I'm not good at pronouncing. Thank you for being here though. Yeah, these are purebred Brittany's. We show them and hunt them and do obedience titles with them. And she's still looking for trouble, Steven. She's still bouncing around.
Come here to me. Come here to me. Oh, y'all want attention now?
Let's look at this little boy here. Show him your face.
Oh, you want attention now? I see you now. You want attention.
I could probably wake him up if I called him really loud. And they have little polka dots on their paws also.
Where you been? You wound up. Where you been so crazy? Huh? Where you been so crazy? Licking me.
Yeah, they know my voice, so if I can get high, if I get a high pitch, they'll start coming over here. And then we got these two here wanting me to pick them up again. So I kind of got to be quiet for a few minutes. Yeah, since they've been a puppy, I've been calling them. Watch this. Uh-oh. He was fast.
What's the puppies doing over here? What's the puppies doing? Huh? What's the puppies doing? What's the puppies doing?
What's the puppies doing? Then we got a nosy one here. Big dog over here wanting attention. They hear her too. See her going away. Hi everyone, glad you're here. We're going to end about 9 o'clock. We need to turn the lights off these puppies so they can get their nights and days straight. So when they go home, they'll have a good nighttime and daytime pattern. Hey Melissa, glad you're here. The one that's right here. Or the one asleep over here. Yeah, this one here is a little girl. You see her head. She has a great little mask to her. And we love for everything to make noises. So we've got Busybody here, laying on the hot dogs. Yeah, they might need cushions when they run up against the fence. Yeah, Joyce, we do. We put a lot of work into them. We start training them early. We'll start potty training them. End of this week or next week, we'll put a potty tray in here. Yeah, that's a real sweet one, the one you're talking about here. He has a very good disposition. He can go to a first-time puppy owner. The one that's very alpha, no. He needs to go to someone that's had a puppy before. After they get their shots on Friday, about 6 days later, we'll take them outside on the grass. But we got to make sure we have an area outside that we kind of try to sterilize as best we can, even after they've had shots, because we don't want them exposed to any puppy. You know, like parvo will kill them. It doesn't play. But we have an area in our front yard that no dogs ever go on. So the only danger would be like an outside dog going on, but most time they don't. Yep, all these puppies are reserved. Kelly, sorry, we already have a waiting list. I already have 5 people on the waiting list for next litter. Most of these people wanting females for the next litter. We didn't have enough females in this litter. And we've had a person been waiting on a liver female for almost 8-9 months. Yeah, parvo's tough. I'm not gonna say that, but we do keep them in the house. They don't touch the grass till they've had their first shots, and everything gets sterilized. So they're all starting to go to sleep. The quiet moment. Hey, Radio, Natasha, glad y'all here. And we have an off the ground crate that we put them in at night. If they have to use the bathroom, there's a potty tray. Thank you. So we have an off the ground tray that we can clean the tray and stuff, but it's kind of like a kennel. Thank you, bye. So we try to keep them off the ground, keep away from, keep them clean and those type of things. Because as you've noticed in here, they've been pooping and peeing, and this is the area we'll clean up tonight. Wash all the bedding. Then we have another area we keep them in at night, and we feed them in that area too, so it kind of keeps the poop and pee down. Yeah, it's hard not to want them all, but another couple weeks they'll be wanting their own people, so we're kind of glad that they found their home. I actually have a person that's on the wait list that is going to have to wait another litter because we didn't have an orange female that was going to match them. The one orange female we do have is too aggressive. I mean, she needs to be with someone that's had puppies before. Yes, Joyce, it's a lot of work. We've been doing it since '91. Of course, not every year we've had a litter, but we've had Brittany since '91, '90 actually. We've made a lot of mistakes, and we've learned from our mistakes. So now we health test everybody, all the parents. We actually DNA test every dog we have also, besides doing all the other testing. And all of our dogs have some type of title, and then most of them are show champions. And then we also hunt them. A lot of our puppies go, and we have a dog in Florida that's a cadaver dog, and then we have a search and rescue dog looking for missing people in North Carolina. Thank you, Alyssa, Ava. Then we have a couple service dogs in New York, but we have dogs in Dominican Republic, Alaska. We have one in Hawaii, but we didn't send it there. People were living in California, and they end up moving over. So all our parents are hunters. All of our dogs hunt, and they're show champions, except for one, like I said. She could be one, but we Probably not gonna put the time in her to show, you know, to get the show championship on her. Hey Cameron. Nope, we don't want any dogs. We have a certain, where we're planning our breeds, we're planning to move a certain direction, and the next puppy I buy will be from a friend of mine who breeds them and does everything right. And we're gonna add that to our pedigree. Whew. I have about that many too. But we hunt ours, so we need a couple. We need hunt a couple today and a couple tomorrow. Hey Casey, thank you. We are going to end here in a minute or two because it's time to turn the lights off for these little beauties and put them in their crate for the night so they can go to sleep. And we also want to get them on a night schedule to when they go home. When the lights go out, that means it's time to be quiet. And then when the lights come on, it's time to eat and play. But we start getting them the nighttime and daytime straight. They will be fed again tomorrow morning. They'll be fed tomorrow morning at 5. I'll usually wake up at 4:30 and feed them. Then when we get home in the afternoon, we usually feed them again around 5. Mom visited them yesterday, but today she didn't want anything to do with them, so she's pretty much done with them. She'll probably nurse them again a day or two, but she doesn't want to. They're too rough. We feed puppy chow and we wet it down. We keep making it less watery as we go. Make it a little harder and harder so they can chew. Use their teeth, because their teeth are coming in very good now. Because when they start biting each other, you'll know. Last night we had a thunderstorm come up and we got, hey Casey, we had a thunderstorm come up and knocked our power out. So our live got cut short. And we have one panicking here, if you can see. She's panicking.
I could hear. I was taking a shower and she was knocking at the door.
She's panicking over some thunder.
It must be some rain coming.
Thank you, Holly. Yeah, and we try to water it down to help them, and also gives them fluids. So they're all just kind of laying out here. We have one here, a big dog here, that's spoiled. She's knocking the camera and talking to me. Yeah, the big one is the one that's afraid. She's afraid of thunder, but believe it or not, you can hunt over all day and shoot guns and she doesn't care. But thunder, she acts like it's the end of the world. Yeah, he's the king. He's the alpha dog. There's a female too, though, she's inside the crate. She's very alpha too. She's not the biggest one either. So these puppies will see, thanks Cameron, These puppies will see the vet on Friday, get their first shots at about 6 weeks. And Cameron, Jeremy, I know they fell apart. We turned it on about 8, so I put them in here about 8, and they started playing really hard, and they made it till about 10 minutes ago. There was one that was kind of kicking, but now they've all crashed. And we're trying to introduce the crate. There's a couple in the crate to sleep. That's what we want. So we're just... Yeah, their bodies are in growing turmoil for sure. As you can tell, their bodies will jerk. And it's their bodies growing so fast, and nerves and stuff. Hey everyone, thanks for joining. Some of y'all's names I can't pronounce. Yeah, usually we preload that crate with some, thanks Joyce. Yeah, they're getting bigger. They're about 6 pounds a piece now. I mean, they're not all 6 pounds, but they're close. Brittany should be about a pound a week. So they'll be 6 weeks old next week, the beginning of next week. So they're really close. And we're fixing to put them in the crate so we can clean up.
You need gloves. You need some gloves and some pads.
My wife is going, it's time to clean up.
The gloves on the end. And then get the pads out. They're inside the door. Other door. Bottom.
Yeah, we have to get some sleep too. We got to clean everything. We got home, we cleaned everything. Now we're cleaning it again, and then one of our sons will clean up tomorrow, and then we're up at 4:30 or 5 to feed them.
Emma?
And we got the cleaning crew coming in. They just saw your feet.
Okay. I've already showered.
These are Brittany's, Cameron. They used to be called Brittany Spaniels. We're going to end this, y'all, in 2 minutes. So thank y'all for joining. We'll probably be back on tomorrow for about an hour. Our big night is Sunday nights, where we stay on for a couple hours. We seem to have a lot of traffic then. Somebody said we did see feet. That's my wife. She's getting ready. She's getting ready to clean up all the things. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Joyce. Thank y'all for joining. Like I said, we are going to end at 9:10. We got a visitor over there checking out everything. Now she's like, nope, bye. And we gonna have to move them into their crates, to wake them up and put them in their crate to go to bed. But we like to do this every night to give them a chance to run their energy out. Plus, where they're at in the daytime, they can run, but this is when we start putting a lot of toys in here. Thank y'all for joining again. Like I said, we are going to end at 9:10. Last Sunday night, I think we had 70,000 views or something like that. It was crazy. Tonight, we only have 20,000 something. Yep. I have 3 kids. They're all pretty much grown, but they help out. Yeah, 70K views was a lot last couple Sundays ago, and then again we had it again another Sunday. And last couple of nights, it's been 20K, 30K, somewhere in there. But we're not even monetized. We're not really, I mean, we're not really trying to do that. Most of our buyers are gonna, yeah. My wife ends up naming them all little nicknames. Thank y'all again. It is 9:10. We're going to end this. We'll be back on tomorrow night for about an hour again, from about 8 to 9. And then, of course, Sunday nights we're on for about 2 hours. And letting our puppy buyers see their puppies. And I love the frog legs. Thank you.